What is up, YouTube people? This is Dark Lord of Sword. So, since nobody really got back to me on the question of whether I should start off with my props or with my a real sword collection first, I decided I would split the difference and do stuff that I didn't make necessarily, or only have minimal input in decoration and stuff, and do another series instead. And I'll just do I'm gonna do 3 uploads a week. I haven't decided on days yet, but one day is going to be this series, which will be about swords that I think would be really good as purchases, stuff made by other companies, specifically wooden stuff, things like Hollow Earth, Raven Studios. And I'll divide it whether I think would be better for kids or for cosplay or just as a training tool, so on and so forth. You get the idea. Then the other 2 days will be the steel collection or a prop that I've made. Anyway, let's get into the meat of this, shall we? First is from Adventure Armory. You can find at most Renaissance festivals and on Etsy. They make their swords are very attractive. A mix of generic, long swords, short swords, shields, axes. What they look like if you've been to a Renaissance festival. They're the really geometric, pine swords. Some of them are video game replicas, some of them are not. This one is inspired by the Weta Workshop style Elven swords from Lord of the Rings. I really like this one. I think it's very nice, very understated. And we've got a two-tone blade with a sort of matte-ish gray edge and a satiny metallic blue for the rest. This nice golden wood color that's, I think, semi-transparent. You can kind of still see grain through it. Granted, pine doesn't have much grain to begin with. And then these nice burned-in designs, which, if I weren't scared about messing it up, I would be very tempted to try to put a little bit of gold paint in. But then it would probably also just be much less distinct. This blade is big. This thing is easily 4 feet long. And of course, since it's pine, it weighs practically nothing. But it still has a bit of heft to it just because it has such a wide flare at the end of the blade. And yeah, this would be great if you wanted to cosplay, say, Haldir from Two Towers, or something like, or a warrior from Thranduil's army in The Hobbit. If you were so inclined to do that. Yeah, this one was actually a one-off that I got at the Maryland Renaissance Festival about 3 years ago now, I think. I think it was $40. So you can get some good deals. They're also one of the few companies that I've ever seen do a fully life-scale Dragon Slayer from Berserk. It is enormous. And I love it. Unfortunately, I have not been able to buy it since it's like $200, but whatever. I think they're a great company. I've spoken to Justin, the guy that runs the company, a couple of times, and he seems like a cool dude. So obviously, this is none of this series is sponsored. I just want to give some highlight to people that I think do a really good job. So please tell me what you think in the comments below, like and subscribe.